Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. If you're new here, take a seat, put your crown on, and welcome to the gang. And if you're ready for the gang, you already know what time it is. What's good, baby? So today's video is all about this hair. So since you're here, just keep on watching. So for this video, you are going to need the bundles you're going to use, and we're going to walk through the process of how you are going to turn those bundles into a ginger color. I did the water dye method. I think I said at the end of this video as well, I give you my thoughts kind of on these units, but we're going to just leave that for the end of the year wrap up video. So you're going to just need some developer, bleaching powder, and hot water. Just boil some water on the stove, have like a pan or something, throw the developer and the powder in there, mix it up, make sure that it's mixed all the way through so it's not clunky and gunky. And then you're just going to pour some hot water on that after you have mixed it well. Use a not a brush that you would brush your hair with, but the type of brushes that you would use to dye your hair. That is what I would say you should use in order to mix the consistency of the developer and the actual powder. Once you do that, you're going to pour some hot water in there and you're just going to leave these soak in. And then for the most part for this here, it just lifts to the copper orange color I needed it to. I didn't do anything after that. So I didn't do a water dye method. The hair just actually lifted to the ginger color that is my hair. So pretty much that's all you're going to need to do to just change the bundles. If you have the bundles already or if you bought the bundles colored, let's get into it. Once you leave this soak in, I think I left mine soaking for like, I want to say 40 minutes to an hour. You just have to keep an eye on the bundles you're using because they're not all designed the same, okay? They're not all designed the same. So just keep watching and monitoring what it is that you have. Leave them soaking and fully like coated. I had to go in because I didn't think that I used a lot. I would also make sure that I say open some windows, make sure you have a mask on. Like this is a chemical process that you're going through. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself and you are not doing anything that will cause you harm. So that is just something I need to make sure that I note throughout this process. Once this is done, I'm using a process when it comes to the quick weave where you basically sew a black wig cap on your head, but then you are also just putting down the paper on your head. So you're gonna cornrow your hair, you're gonna put the paper on, tie it so you can see it in the front for what you're gonna cut off, but then you're going to put the black wig cap on and then you are going to sew that down. I'm going to critique that process at the end, but I really just kind of want to walk you through what I did for my side part installation of this unit and how things went. You're going to just do a braiding pattern that works for you. Unfortunately, I want to say this is a method that does not work if you can't put some type of braids in your head, okay? This is not the quick weave method that will work where it's like, oh, if you can't braid, just put your hair in a low ponytail. It's not it. That you're not going to be able to do that with this specific installation. You are going to have to do some type of braiding pattern in order for it to work. So when your hair is just fresh, clean, make sure that you have oiled your scalp, you oiled your hair, put some moisture in it, everything is good. You're then going to section out and curve the part to how it is that you want. So if you're doing a middle part, just do the middle part. If you're doing a side part, just do the side part. It is what it is for you. Then you're just going to braid the perimeter and everything down, and then that is how you're just going to do that. Once you have all of that finish, because I'm doing a side part, what I really do is try to put a lot of the hair towards the side that I want my hair to lay. So I really make my quick weaves based on how full I want a specific side to be. And I would say the best version you're going to get is the more layers you have in the hair. However, I didn't really cut too much into this. Again, I would give a more in-depth like thought process on this unit. I just really wanted to actually critique this method because I had feelings and I needed to let it out. So that's pretty much it. You're going to use the same method you use with just the glue. The only difference here is that I had to spray my hair down with like a got to be spray, a hairspray, whatever it is, but I did not need to use the black wig. Like, you know how usually when we're doing our quick weaves, we use a specific, it's the name is slipping my brain, but you're not going to need to use that solution. The black solution that you would basically cover and coat your wig cap in, you don't need to do that. So this is for, I would say this method is for people who you know how to braid or can braid somewhat. You do not like using the black um solution to cover the wig cap, then go ahead and just do what it is. You would just use the glue and just put it on there. It's going to be easy the way that it comes off. You just basically cut off the needle and thread that you have sewn in, and that's it. You take it up and it's pretty easy. Like, the removal process is good, but I'm going to leave until the final end when I tell you my feedback. But that's pretty much it for the installation part of the video. I will get into my final thoughts at the end.
Even though it's what we want, can't keep it up. But I just don't wanna leave you. Might just know it a reason why we both can't lay it. And secret, both gotta keep it honest. That's just a game we know we both can play. For tonight, I'm yours. So tonight, the truth. Or stay behind closed doors. 'Cause all I wanna do is lie with you. Even though it's wrong to lie with you. We've become numb to what we know is wrong. No one knows but us. The feelings rush every single time we touch. Even though it's what we want, can't keep these up. No, but I just don't wanna leave you. Might just go with the reasons why we both can't lay it. And secret, both gotta keep it honest. That's just a game we know we both can play. For tonight, I'm yours. So tonight, the truth. Or stay behind closed doors. 'Cause all I wanna do is lie with you. For tonight, I'm yours. So tonight, the truth. Or stay behind closed doors. 'Cause all I wanna do is lie with you. Even though it's wrong, I'll lie with you. Even though it's wrong, I'll lie with
Only because you ain't here. Promise to please ya. If you're open fire, then it's treason. And I decide to go out swinging. If I've been in the air, my clothes say, dripping everywhere. I'm all in. I don't even care as long as you're laying in my bed. I'm forget what everyone said. I'm all in. I couldn't care less as long as you're
situations. Come on, y'all. We look right. Hey, but you gotta be smart about it. Son of what? Yeah, with the guys. I sacrificed because I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I love you. You are my girl. You see, thought I would do you, but you're so steady, lady. You ain't got to go. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, you ain't got to go. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, gonna boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight, gonna do what a single man does, and that's fine. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, you ain't got to go. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You ain't got to go. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You ain't got to go, baby. It's okay, girl. Alright tonight.
Hi, and welcome to Shades of Sasha. I'm Sasha. If you're new here, we talk all things beauty. And for today's video specifically, I just want to do my critique on the actual what's the word I'm looking for? The actual technique that I use, because I wanted to try a new quick weave technique. And I'm going to give my thoughts on that. The hair itself, I'll do a voiceover as well, but I wanted to come on camera and actually give my thoughts on this part. But I'm just going to put these bundles specifically in my top 10 worst units and wigs that I tried this year. So that's going to be for a later video at the end of the year. So I'm not going to go over too much of that until the end of the year when I actually give my thoughts in that overall video. But I do want to give my thoughts on this and critiques on this specific quick weave method. So I have a series, well, a playlist in my YouTube playlist, like description, whatever it is, where I basically have curated words, where I curated all of the techniques and kind of like tutorials and guides in like how I've done my hair in that specifically. When it comes to my quick weaves, that is kind of like the style I think that I would say is like my signature. Like I have a specific look where I go for, and as you can tell, we have changed the color of my hair. And I believe that that tutorial will be up as well too. So my overall thoughts though on this technique is that they don't necessarily use the shield that I typically would use, and you sew it down. I think that sometimes we overcomplicate things that are just simple. And I just feel like this is one of those things that are like overcomplicated, and I actually hate it. I really hate this technique. It feels like I can hear the band of what you have to put under, and I just don't like it. I think every method is for each person and you go about it how you want to, and I'm just gonna stick to my roots. Okay, I'm gonna just stick to the technique that I know I like and I do and I love. I don't mind the fact that I have to wait longer just to put the shield on. I just honestly do not like sewing down hair on my head. Like even though I did my sewing look and I dropped that video, that was the only time this year, and this makes the second time this year of 2025 that I am sewing anything to my head, because I don't like the tension. Like I just don't like it at all. And so for the method itself, if it works for you, if it's something that you like, go ahead. I'm just going to make sure that I wanted to come on camera and talk about the fact that I don't like the technique. I think that it isn't for me. I don't like it. So I don't want to necessarily do it and then not necessarily give you the critique on it, but I just really wanted to just make sure like that's clear. I think that the protective shield and just putting the hair on, I just felt like I had more control versus this method. Just, I don't know, it threw me off. It threw me off. And there was a second method I was going to try, but I'm actually going to skip that as well because I just plan to go back and do my own technique. I think I was going to try and like record and show y'all what it looks like taking this down, because they said that it's easier and you don't have like the amount of gunk and stuff to to your hair. At the end of the day, like I said, the technique that I have been using with the shield, it's just been fine. I don't mind using a spray bottle to just make sure that the unit can slip off my head. I'm good. I wash my hair once a week. At least I really aim and try to do that, so I never keep my cookies in for longer than that. However, this method I believe is for people who also really want to keep their hair in probably like for 2 weeks. I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know. I did go to the gym and utilize that process. I didn't feel like anything crazy as well was happening that was like so bad, but because I dyed my hair, I no longer can like perm my hair, so I'm kind of sad about that. I don't think I really thought that part through, but I did think about that because the reality of it is now my edges are going to like revert to the kinkiness of what it is. So I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do and where I'm gonna go. But for my overall thoughts on the technique in general, it's not something that I like. Like I said before, I do not also like these bundles. I will go into like a more kind of like in depth at the end of the year when I really give my review on why I did not like the wigs or the bundles or whatever it is that I tried. So I'm just gonna keep that for a later video, but I will come back again and do two different installations. I'm going to do a ginger flip over method with kinky curly hair that I'm waiting for it to come because they're going to be 613. I'm going to dye those the ginger copper color in my hair, and then we're going to do my technique, the one that I actually prefer. It's not my technique. I don't know who created it, but I actually prefer that technique. And then there are other bundles that I have that are the same, supposed to be the texture and length, and I'm going to also do the same technique that I actually like to do a side part on that and see how I feel. But overall, those are my thoughts. Thank y'all so much for watching and supporting your girl, and I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.